Hi, Maria here. Welcome to my channel. Today I want to share with you the fragrances I cannot stop sniffing. I cannot stop wearing them. They're just so amazing. Like seriously, they make me want to start singing. Like I just love them. Like I'm obsessed. I can't wait to share them with you. But before we get started, if you haven't subscribed, just go ahead and hit that button. Join the weird, wonderful family. It would be amazing to have you part of the community. And let's get into this. The first two I'll just mention. So I guess it's six. These are two that I literally can't get enough of. And it is Khair Pistachio and Khair Fusion. Khair, whatever. So first of all, Khair Pistachio. I thought I hated it. All I have is a sample. I can't even tell you guys how often I'll have fragrances in my hand and I'm flailing about so much that they usually fly out or the lids go flying. Like I am seriously klutzy. Okay, so Khair Pistachio, I thought I liked it at first, and I definitely liked it better than Kayali's Yum, which this is supposed to be inspired by. I think I would probably like Yum now. I'd have to try it, but it's been a long time since I've smelt it. But Khair Pistachio, at first I'm like, oh, this is great. And then for whatever reason, for like a few months, every time I smelt it, I'm like, smells like bug spray to me. Like somehow it just had a bug spray vibe. It was a little harsh, a little bit chemical in the opening, and I couldn't get past that. Now recently, and I don't know if it's because the weather is warm, I don't know if this has macerated, but I put this on my skin and I literally could not get enough of it. Like I am in love with it. And what happened was I put it on my skin, forgot about it, and I really doused myself because I sprayed it on the one day and I'm like, wow, this doesn't smell bug spray at all. And so then next day I'm like, I'm going to spray myself with it. Totally forgot what I had on at first. So I kept getting these glorious whiffs and I'm like, what did I put on? What did I put on? What did I put on? So finally I go to my room and then I'm like, oh, okay, Khair Pistachio. So then I wore it for about 2 days straight. I just couldn't get enough of it. And I am in love with this. Like I'm running out of my sample and I definitely want to get a full bottle. So I so thoroughly enjoy this. I actually really enjoy the opening that has that bit of bergamot, which I think is what I was perceiving as bug spray. So a little bit of a citrus or fresher opening to begin with. But then as it dries down, you get this delicious pistachio, gelato, creamy, yummy vibe in here. And I love it. So I am so thrilled with this and need to buy a bottle soon because I'm going to run out of this. Like it's basically one of the only fragrances I want to wear right now. Another one that I am just in love with is the sister, and it is Fusion, which is supposed to be similar to eating sparkling lychee. Now, when this first came on the scene, again, there was a real harshness to it, and it still is quite harsh. It smells like a gummy bear or a Jolly Rancher candy. It definitely gets me right here. So you have to like bright, juicy, artificial. There's nothing natural smelling about this at all. It smells like candy. But I don't know about you. I like smelling like a big juicy gummy bear every once in a while. I enjoy it. It's fun. And this one gets me compliments. I put it on and I'll always get a, ooh, you smell good. So it's happy, it's bright, it's fun. Khair Pistachio is sensual and gourmand and sweet and just delicious. This one is delicious as well, but this one's bright, happy, energetic, jubilant. So love both of them. Now, another one that I just find so delicious and mouthwatering, and I would say it is my favorite for the summer, honestly, and that is Wave Child by Room 1015. This is just such a phenomenal release. When I smell this, you can't help but think of summer. You think of like poolside, eating watermelon, being at the lake, smelling kind of musky air. I don't know, it just smells so happy and so relaxing. So I find it relaxing. I find it mouthwatering. And what I get primarily is watermelon and kind of a musky vibe to it that honestly is quite sexy. It's got some coconut in there too, but seriously, this is luscious. There's citruses on the opening, But honestly, I don't really get that. I get the watermelon. I get a hint of coconut coming through. This has cacao. It's got ambergris and amber wood. It actually doesn't have musk, but to me, it comes across kind of a little bit musky, a little bit ozonic. It's just delicious. It's got that watermelon vibe, but it's not too thick. It smells amazing. I can't even tell you how often, especially after a shower, I love putting this on and I find it uber sexy somehow. So absolutely love this one. It's a stellar, stellar release by Room 1015. I've got 2 fragrances from Theodoros Kalatinas. I love his releases. I love his fragrances. There's so many that I just absolutely vibe with. Like, I just think they're excellent. And the first one that I want to share is Jasmine of Athens. Now, this is primarily tiare. So you have to like tiare. But what this reminds me of is a tiare that's been made into some sort of powdered sugar candied tiare. It smells like vanilla and tiare, but the vanilla is like a vanilla sugar that's powdery. So I just love it. Like, every time I smell it, I'm like, ugh. And you could pair this with so many things. You could pair it with coconut. Honestly, you could pair it with this and it would smell amazing. You could pair it with Khair Fusion and it would smell amazing. Anytime you want to add a little bit of tiare, but sweet, delicious tiare, not cloying, heavy floral tiare, this one is a great one to reach for. So you can pair this with so many things. I just love sniffing it. The phrase Val and I came up with on our last video was scent-tuffing. I huff this thing. Like, I'm just like, like, I just love this one. But on the skin, very lovely. It's pretty straightforward, linear, not complicated at all, but so, so good for summer. The other Theodoros Kalatinas, honestly, I could talk about so many, but my favorite right now is Creme Brulee. This is such a delicious, like, seriously, it just seems to get better and better. Every time I smell it, I'm amazed at how mouth-watering it is. Oh, the other thing that I want to say is, of course, the Khair Pistachio Infusion, really affordable. Jasmine of Athens, $75 Canadian. So for a niche house, all these fragrances are really, really affordable. Creme Brulee is on the higher end. I think it's 150 Canadian, but even that, it's in a designer price point, so it's not exorbitant at all. This is the most delicious coconut fragrance that I think I have in my collection. And again, this, you can pair it with so many things, but it's also standalone. To me, this is coconut creme brulee. At first, when I first got it, I got more coconut. The more I've worn it, the more I smell almost like a toasted coconut. So it would remind me of a creme brulee that has toasted coconut on top and some coconut throughout the creme brulee. That's what I get. It's slightly boozy. It's so mouth-watering. It's absolutely delicious. Like, it's mouth-watering. It's decadent. If you love gourmands, creme brulee is an absolute excellent one to have in your collection. And it's potent enough that you can wear it all year round. It's also not too thick that you would find it too heavy for the summer. So it makes an excellent summer gourmand, or just literally all year round. So, so delicious. What about you? Have you tried this one? If you have, weigh in. The other thing about this one is that the longevity is phenomenal. Like, I got, I think, 8 hours. So I love it. I don't know how much it projects, but it did last really long. I had one of you actually say to me, can you please say what the longevity is on niche fragrances, because I'm just really sick of getting a fragrance and being disappointed. So again, Wave Child, I found that longevity was, I think, moderate on this one. So it really varies. To me, it depends on your skin. It depends on whether you go anosmic to it. I like to give you an idea of longevity, but always know to take it with a grain of salt, because for some people it will be fleeting. Some people it will be beast mode. I actually like looking at the longevity and sillage on Fragrantica, because it'll give you kind of a breakdown of how people are perceiving it, because one person's opinion is not going to be an accurate representation, because for some of us, our skin eats it up. For some of us, our skin you know, you can smell it forever on the skin. So it's always good to kind of get an average from that perspective. The last fragrance that I literally cannot stop sniffing is Chabot's Caprice de Jeanne. I absolutely love this. Now, Chabot is known for their lait concentré, their lait chocolat, lait de biscuit. Those are all amazing. I love them. But I am so enamored by their Caprice line. So I love this one. I love Caprice de Jeulia. That's got that watermelon blueberry combo. Fantastic. But this one is so, like, honestly kind of sexy. Looking on Fragrantica, this gets low ratings, and I don't quite understand it because I absolutely love it. So it's got lychee, pink pepper, pear, mandarin orange, and black currant in the opening. Middle is cashmere wood, cherry, raspberry, flowers, patchouli, and rose. And then the base is musk, oud, cedar, and amber. I definitely get more of the cherry in here. It smells bright, zesty, mouth-watering. I get black currant too. I don't really get the raspberry. It feels like it gets almost musky, but not really. And then in the dry down, it starts to get a little bit more sexy and it gets a little more woody, and it is absolutely scrumptious. So it goes from being kind of a jubilant, energizing fragrance then to kind of a little bit more of a, it's definitely still fruity, but with a little bit of woodiness in there that's quite sensual and sexy. So I think that this is like a really hot fragrance for supper. Like, it's a sexy, delicious, mouth-watering yumminess. The other thing about this one is that the longevity is really excellent. So a good 6, 7, maybe 8 hours. And the projection is excellent on this as well. So I really, really enjoy this fragrance. What about you? Have you tried any of the Caprice fragrances from Chabot? If you have, please weigh in and let me know what you think. And that is it. Those are our fragrances. What about you? Do you have any mouth-watering fragrances for summer that you just literally cannot get enough of, can't stop wearing? Like, basically, these are all I want to wear right now. And in particular, honestly, is Wave Child and Khair Pistachio. For whatever reason, those two are my top tops. Like, I could wear them every day and probably not get sick of them and have only 2 for the summer because I am just loving them for whatever reason. So please leave your favorites down in the comments. And other than that, I hope you have an amazing week and we'll talk to you soon.